This is the FRiEQ wireless Bluetooth speaker that is also NFC capable. Uh, this particular speaker, as you can see, comes with the instructions, an audio cable, and a charging cable that pretty much is standard for all these speakers. This particular speaker is about 6.5 inches by 2.5 by 1.5 wide. It has a hard silicone shell with a metal speaker grill that kind of goes all the way around to the sides here. And it's not quite as lightweight as some speakers that I've tested and reviewed. I wouldn't call it heavy, but it does have some weight to it in comparison to other small speakers. And I think a lot of that is because of, it's got a little bit larger battery capacity for longer playtime and that kind of thing. But charging time is between 3 and 4 hours roughly for this. And you get about 9 hours or so of playtime. So you get quite a bit more playtime than some of the smaller speakers that's within this, price range as well. There's a red and blue LED here on the top that flashes when you turn it on, indicating that it's ready to pair. As you can see there, it just went off. But
connected.
And there's a beep that indicates that it's ready to go, and as you heard, the connected voice. I paired this with my Android phone, as I always do with these. I had no issues with it connecting and pairing up. And like I said, it always indicates that it's connected. You can pair this via Bluetooth or NFC, like I said earlier. But in addition to the LED on top, there's several buttons, actually more than what typically a lot of these speakers has. This has 6 different buttons on it here. It has the answer button, that's also the hang up, and the Siri button, which is here at this end. You got the volume up and down, the next, back, play, pause buttons as well. The buttons are nicely spaced. I like that. It's good size, easy to use and operate. And on the back here are the on-off switch, the auxiliary port, and the charging port. Music played through both the aux cable and the Bluetooth. The music was loud, clear, and sounded pretty good, and it has enough bass to actually physically make this speaker kind of bounce around at high volume. Unfortunately, there's no non-skid feet here on the bottom. I think that would be a nice addition with this speaker to kind of keep it from doing that, because at higher volumes it will bounce around. The bass is sufficient enough to make it bounce around. But a pretty good sound for the speaker overall. Bluetooth range of the speaker is okay, but not quite as good as other speakers I've used. It cuts out about 25 feet from the phone, as opposed to larger distances that some speakers are capable. Phone call quality was okay on both ends and would be, sufficient for a hands-free device. Even though the instruction says it only supports Siri, I tried that function with my Android phone, and the voice control worked on this speaker as well with no issues. Overall, this speaker is a pretty solid one. It feels solid, has a nice solid feel to it, has good features, good sound, good bass. Like I said, good enough to make the speaker bounce. The Bluetooth range could be a bit better, and some non-skid feet on the bottom would be better for keeping this thing from bouncing around a bit. I give this 4.5 stars.